All right, so to start with, after I've taken all the pieces from my box into an assembly and put everything together, I need to go into SolidWorks and I need to start a drawing. So as I go new, the option I want is drawing. As this comes up, there's going to be a whole different bunch of layouts that I can pick. Make sure you've unchecked this box, because if you only show the standard format, the format I created for you will not show up. But when we uncheck that, the very bottom, you should have this one that's called Laser Engraver. Okay? It is a custom sheet size with no title block on it that is the size of the whole platform inside the Laser Engraver. So you will not be using this much space. In fact, you'd like to keep it as tight as you can in the upper left-hand corner. Now, if you have your parts open, they will show in the open documents here, and you'll be able to just bring them in. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my box side, double click to bring it in, and I'm going to bring it in and set it down. And for whatever reason it wants to give me an isometric view, that's not what I want. I probably want a front view. Some of the other ones you may need a top view. It also wants to come in huge. It wants to come in double size. So I'm going to tell it to, I'm going to just real quick come down to the very bottom here and change the sheet scale to 1:1 so that everything will come in the right size. So if I change it just there, I'll be able to bring these in the right size. So I can bring this in, and now I can put it up there where it goes. Unfortunately, it doesn't usually let me duplicate the view, so we just click Model View again, box side again, bring it in, and again, we go to the, we're going to make it use the sheet scale, and then we'll just bring this in. Now, while you can see like, oh, I could puzzle piece these together, we really can't, because we know, because as we cut, we're going to lose some to sawdust. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do those there. Actually, I do think if I highlight stuff, I can copy and paste. I can. So I'm just going to copy and paste those two. Now I've got 4 sides. Even where you think, oh, I'll just overlap them. No, do not overlap them. Okay, put them down like that. All right, so the next ones I want to bring in, I'm going to bring in my box top. Double click to bring it in. It guessed what I wanted and gave me a 1:1 front view, which is excellent, but I don't want that. I actually, for this one, I want the bottom view because I want to be able to see that square where I cut it out. All right, because that's really the line I'm going to want to, because I'm going to basically cut it not all the way through, about halfway through up to this line. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up here. And then additionally, one more model view, the box bottom. And it again gave me the ISO. I'm going to click either a top or a bottom view because for this piece it would be the same either way. And if you find a better way that you can arrange your pieces so that it's the most efficient possible, that's great. But basically, this is a way that you can arrange them. So I will have a little bit of scrap there. Like I said, I can maybe mess with it. Just understand that this shows you 18 inches. The board itself is only 11.5 wide. So if there is a way to kind of maneuver some of these around, you might be able to do that. In fact, I do think I might be able to actually take this up closer to the edge, and then I can bring this around, and that should be okay. I can do some measuring and all that sort of stuff, but that should actually be fine. Once I do this, I need to save it. And what I would suggest, sorry, oh, I don't need to. What I would suggest is that you save it normally as just box or wooden box or whatever you want to do. And then I would suggest that you also then do the file and save as, and you're going to change the format to DXF. DXF is what you need. Okay? You go ahead and save that. Saves it as the DXF. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open CorelDraw. And when I open CorelDraw, I'm going to select New from Template. And again, there should be, and I put it under the advertisements category just so it comes up automatically, but you're going to pick the laser engraver template. Again, what it does is it gives you one that's the size of the whole bed inside the laser engraver. I'm going to go File and Import. I'm then going to go wherever it was I saved my files. Engineering Tech 2, wooden box, and I'm going to grab that DXF file and I'm going to import it. I'm going to leave all the options there, put it in the upper corner, okay, and here I am. The nice part is I should be able to now select all the lines, come down in the bottom to the line tool, click on the color, double click I think. Now when I go to pick the color, what you want to do is you want to come over to the palettes one, and you want to click Show Color Names. Okay. The reason you want to do that is if you take this all the way near the top, you'll notice that they have some standard named colors. Okay. Black tells the laser engraver to engrave. The grayscale does get you lighter lines. But then you're going to come down and there's some important colors, blue and red. Blue will do what's called vector engraving. So it's still engraving, so it's still moving fast, but it will then follow the lines. So we want all of those to be blue lines. So pick the color blue. And then the other thing is we want the width of our lines to be hairline. So make those two changes for everything. At this point, it's going to vector engrave, so very quickly engrave all of those things. Additionally, you should use the text tool. I won't make you watch me do this, but you should use the text tool to put your first and last name, the term, and your block number, so 3A in our case, on the bottom somewhere. It does not need to be huge. It can be small, so it's insignificant. And if you would like to put anything decorative on the various sides, you can do that as well. If you wanted to put it on the top, we are in a little bit of a predicament here because I'm showing the bottom of this. So what you would have to do is you would have to show the top, and then just understand that you're going to have to cut that joint without a guideline if you really want to engrave on the top of the lid. So otherwise, this face that we're looking at will be towards the inside. Once this is done, I want you to save this. And as you save it, please put it as your last name. I'm sorry, 3A, or your block number, dash, and then your last name, and then another dash, and box is fine as an abbreviation for this project. But save it this way right now, because yes, you're saving it under your folder in the same place. But later on, we will also move this to a public folder where we'll be able to access it on the laser engraver.